Hey everyone, this is Julian.
This is Nicole.
We wanted to add this little part in before the episode this week, just to let you guys know that we had some technical difficulties with our recording devices. The software that we were using to record Adobe Audition somehow cut out right in the middle of the episode, pretty much.
Right in the middle.
So we have 20 minutes, just about 20 minutes of audio that you can listen to and or watch. That will be synced up with the video that's there, and you'll be able to see and hear what we're talking about. It cuts out right after. You'll be able to hear like where the program kind of stutters and stops recording. But yeah, here's those 20 minutes of audio.
3, 2, 1, and go. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to NYT's hottest podcast, Manhattan's Voice. I am David Gustavo Contreras, joined by my lovely co-host,
Nicole Miranda.
And today we have a very special guest joining us in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen,
Omer Schecter. Hi.
Omer, thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. I know architecture is probably just draining your soul every day.
But we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Yes, we shall delve into that eventually.
Sure.
But first, we like to do is discuss how our week's been since the last episode, last week, what we've been up to, stuff like that. So, ladies first.
I mean, I guess. No, I'm kidding. So this past week, schoolwork, midterms, crying, dying, but it's okay, you know?
Yeah, crying
midterms,
and dying, that's our game.
It comes, it goes, so does the pain. So it's okay. This week, another midterm.
Which midterm?
Advertising tomorrow that you just took.
Which I just took.
So it's fine. Yesterday I didn't leave school until 11 o'clock because 11 p.m. because I was doing some photo shoot for DeMonte.
Oh, which I saw. What was that for exactly? If
he's
you can get into that?
Yeah, he's trying to do a promotional video. He's already done it, but there's these certain parts where he says like we are writers, doers, like journalists, all this stuff. Like
what's it for though?
It's for promoting NYT at the open house.
Ah.
That's coming up this Sunday, October 27th. Be there or be squared.
An open house?
Yeah, it's an open house for new students.
I'll be there too.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a reason not to go. If you're going to be there and he's going to be there, I mean, shoot.
My beautiful face.
My
enough.
architecture laughs at your one night of 11 p.m.
Yeah.
For real. I feel like you guys are in like the basement, I think, right? In that other elevator, right?
My year's basement.
I've never even seen down there, so I can only imagine just how.
Imagine a parking lot paved. That's it.
That's
really?
nice.
Jesus.
Yeah,
You
used to be a parking lot.
Holy moly.
True story.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my
Gosh.
God.
You really sold it there.
This is a perfect description right there, architecture.
And here we are complaining about our editing room
but
and
then
stuff
at the
like
same
that.
time, like I guess every like major has their own thing.
Yeah,
like
of
you know,
course.
architecture, like they're down there in the basement or like whatever floor that they're on, and then like you know they're sitting there doing their projects and stuff like that. But like for comm, like we have to do like the lighting and then all like the cameras and like having people
Their
like
days are longer, but ours are more like
we have to do like
small little
like
bullshit.
work
baloney details.
we have to like be active, and then like also like when we're acting and stuff like that, like for this we had to all do some type of acting thing.
Yeah.
And it took forever, and
Do you like acting?
depending on what it is.
That's fair.
But most of the times I'm just like I laugh too much, I laugh at everything, so I just like get sidetracked and I'm like, oh maybe I should, you know, not.
Right.
But the rest of my week was good. It was eventful, like always. Work, school, work, tears.
Sounds eventful.
But yeah. What about you?
I got demolished in fantasy football this week.
Oh my
like
God!
103
again?
to like
Wait, didn't
63.
you win last week? Or
I did.
Oh.
But I think I'm like 3-2. No, 2-3 right now.
All right, so you went back down.
Which I'm not doing great. Yeah, no.
All right, so crying for you too.
Yeah, the Jets also got just embarrassed out there
What
last
happened
night.
with the Yankees that I've seen so many?
Yeah,
Yankees
they
lost
were,
their series.
Yeah, they're not going to the World Series. Yeah.
Did they go like last year or something?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay, so they're just trash.
All right. First of all, what are you Mets fans on? Relax.
I literally don't.
It was a close series, but the Yankees, I'm afraid, couldn't pull it off, and the Astros are going to the World Series.
Oh, wait, where's Astros from?
Houston.
Ooh.
Yeah. Don't ooh them.
No, I was just saying. Ooh.
But yeah, this week for sports, it has been a rough week for me. Jets got crushed 33-0. Yankees got knocked out. And fantasy, I got just embarrassed.
Is there ever a good week for New York
For
sports?
real, dude. Like the Knicks are playing this week, and I don't even want to.
The Knicks are playing That's all you need to know.
Exactly. I don't want to watch. I don't want to know who they're playing. They'll probably not do well.
Now I won't watch the Knicks because I definitely was gonna watch
the Nets. Might do well if you want to watch the Nets. I guess I don't know. I mean,
they're not fun until Durant comes back.
Exactly.
Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. It's pointless.
All right. Well, besides some sports in your life, what else happening?
I leave for Florida tomorrow, which I'm pretty petrified about flying because I'm not a big flying kind of person.
Yeah.
Last flight I had, we went to like a lightning storm. It was all like shaky and I was sweating profusely. It was like, oh my, like, white knuckle, just I'm gonna die.
Hold your mom's hand. Be like, Mom, I love you so much.
My brother's like, oh yeah, like you're literally making everyone around you nervous right now. Like people were like freaking out. I'm just like, I'm sorry, like I just had this light. Like,
oh my god, you're like that.
If you open the window, it was just like flashing lights.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrifying. So I didn't like flying up to that point, but that just made it 10 times worse.
Say hi, Eddie.
Oh yeah, how's it going, Eddie?
He's here. He's here for like the month of October,
cool
and then he goes back to Romania.
Romania.
Yeah, we're doing a long distance, but he came to visit for October.
Eddie, cut your losses. She's not worth it.
Stop.
Yeah. So, Omer, how was your week? Anything?
My week was pretty busy. Ooh. So.
Amen.
What was it like?
First time for me finished my architecture assignment
more
than 24 hours in advance.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment in itself, right there.
Thank you. And then I spent the weekend moving. So I actually moved this.
Oh
weekend.
yeah, where'd you go? Where'd you move to?
I moved in with my girlfriend on the upper west side. Thank you.
Congrats on the move.
Thank you.
How was the move? Was it rough?
Moving is definitely a process.
Amen. Amen, man.
And I didn't even have that much stuff, but it took me a whole day.
Did she have a lot of stuff?
Yeah, she brought a lot of stuff over, which is nice.
But yeah,
fills out the apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like it's home now.
Filling out the blanks right there.
No, it's definitely.
Well, congratulations
awesome
on that new milestone in life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thank
a lot
guys.
of people like don't have relationships.
Well, I'm 24, so.
You're 24?
Oh, he is too.
Yes.
No, you're 25.
I'm 25. Yes.
You're 25.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I'm still the oldest in the room.
You're old on the floor.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were more than 20.
Thank you. You haven't seen my hairline, that's why, but.
Because actually, I mean.
Good lord, my hair migrated south, literally.
You're right. But no,
thanks,
that's so
thanks,
cool.
Nicole. Thanks for that input.
No, but that's awesome. So, what besides moving, what else did you do?
Well,
Homework,
that was pretty much the whole weekend.
Oh.
And then,
I'm sure that took up a lot of your time.
Yeah, true.
Movers, and then setting up stuff, unpacking, getting the internet.
Was it like an apartment? Like, did you have to go up the stairs and stuff like that?
Well, is there an elevator?
There's an elevator.
Okay, I was about to say,
okay.
because I've moved where it has never been an elevator, and that's...
I have the apartment that I'm at right now, we don't have an elevator.
My girlfriend found a gorgeous apartment. Like, all the
in
appliances...
New York?
Probably pricing.
All the appliances are brand new. It's huge.
Yeah, dude, all this in New York, too?
What a dream. And a girlfriend?
And I moved closer than I already was.
Where were you before?
Well, before I was living in Brooklyn, and it wasn't that far as far as
still.
commute time. It was like 35, 40 minutes
Oh,
on
not
a
bad.
Yeah.
But it was 2 subways and walking. Now I'm literally across the block from the 1 train.
Oh.
Get on the 1 train, sit down.
What
wait
street is it? Sorry.
Cross Street is 150.
Oh, that's not bad.
7? Yeah, 157, right where the train is.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I'm right on the water,
Hey.
on the Riverside Drive.
So west,
nice.
west side?
Yeah, Riverside Drive, right on the water, like 20 yards from the Hudson.
The
Flexing on us fools. I'm
He said,
coming from Long Island on an hour-long LIR train, and you're coming from, what, Jersey?
I got the path, and then I got the I have the 1 BD AC train.
I thought you meant you took all of those trains.
No, it depends on the day, because like if I go to work in the mornings, then I take like I take the World Trade Center path to then take the W or the R train, and I take that 2 stops.
I've never even seen a W train.
Honestly, me either.
You're right. I didn't know that it went that high.
Yeah. So then when I come to school, then I take the 33rd train from Jersey City all the way to 33rd, and then I transfer to the 34th B or D train.
Okay, I take the 34th A train or C train here from Penn Station.
Yeah.
Okay, so enough about our commuting lives.
If you guys wanted to know.
Yeah, now you know. If you ever wanted to find us on a train, keep your eyes out for those trains.
Especially WR.
Yeah, the W. Good luck finding the W.
1. No, all right. So we all had some lovely weeks, eventful weeks out here. Sports,
I wouldn't say lovely, but yeah, sure. It was a week.
Some bad sports, some moving, some work, whatever. So now you guys are probably all wondering why this person is on our podcast today.
We've actually replaced Julian.
No, we did not.
No, I'm kidding. We would never.
Julian, I love you.
Julian's dealing with some schoolwork. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, we all busy sometimes, so he's busy this week. So we have a special guest, and you already guys have met him. So we are gonna now explain why he's on it. But let's
get into the novel of your life, sir.
Oh, Eddie, stop.
Okay, why are you keeping him saluting? This is at ease, soldier. Don't worry.
Okay, you can calm down now. So before we get started, let's get to know a little bit about you. So where are you originally from?
I am from Israel.
Okay, so what part in Israel?
I doubt anyone would know it. My city's called Modi'in. Okay. So basically it is halfway between Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, which people do know.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Cool, right on.
Halfway between them.
So does your family originally come from there too?
Yes, my entire family's there.
Oh, okay. So are you a first generation student to come to are you first generation to come to the States?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Are you an international student?
Yes.
Oh.
What's that like?
Okay.
How's your experience been coming here?
Well, English is pretty much like another native language for me.
Sure.
So the language barrier was not a difficulty.
That's definitely a leg up for sure. Some people have trouble.
I have lived in the U.S. before as a kid.
In New York?
Not in New York.
Where?
I used to live in Kansas.
Oh,
I also
wow.
lived in Chicago one time.
Chicago. Okay. Holy moly.
Chicago.
I've never even been to Chicago. I've never been to Kansas, actually.
Yeah.
What's Kansas like?
Suburban.
I feel that.
So
I feel
different.
that. Yeah, no, Long Island's very suburban. So I know, if there's anything I know, it's suburbia, man.
The thing is, in Kansas, if you leave suburbia, it's cornfields. It's not.
That's what I picture Kansas as. It's just like cornfields and like Wizard of Oz.
Wheat fields, cornfields.
Literally, yeah, Huskers. Literally.
But I don't even remember leaving the
Did you
suburbs more than
of the
times.
three? Which one did you like the most? Or I mean, I'm hoping you see New York, but Chicago might have been nice.
I don't remember Chicago. I was a baby.
Okay, weird.
Okay.
I feel that. Yeah, I was thinking of Queens. I don't really remember a lot of Queens.
Yeah, I don't know what to compare it to.
New York is definitely an experience.
Yeah, I mean, that's putting it lightly.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like New York, or how do you not? Maybe do you like New York?
You're on Manhattan's voice, so be careful. Choose your number wisely.
We will attack.
Yeah, I mean, New York is. Some things are very crappy.
Yes.
Fair assessment.
Some things are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like once you're from New York, you realize that like you love New York, but you also hate New York. You know.
The thing about New York is you have to find the stuff that you like and focus on that.
Yeah.
And if you're around that and doing that and in that, then you're gonna have a good life here.
Yeah.
But if the stuff that's crappy is the prominent part, then you're gonna hate New York.
Yeah, man.
And it's gonna beat you down.
Well said. That actually is 100% correct.
Yeah.
That is true. So what's it called? I was gonna ask. So you're the first in your family to come to the States, and are you the first to attend college?
No, I'm not.
Who attended college?
I'm not sure how far back college goes in my family.
Okay, weird.
A
long line of students.
I think at least 4 generations.
Right on. Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
In different countries.
So did you always know that you wanted to go to college?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
And right now you're studying in architecture, right?
Yeah.
And what year are you in?
I'm a first year, second semester student, so I'm kind of like a hybrid. First year,
Okay.
first year, second year.
Good.
Like half of my classes are with first years, and then half of my classes are with second years.
Why is that?
Well, because the NYT didn't tell me that coming in the spring semester meant that as an architecture student.
Although you have to restart all over again.
I would either have to shorten my degree and do a lot of courses, and I'm glad I didn't do that looking back.
You're
or
tired
I would
now, I
have
can only
to
imagine with that.
add 1 semester to my degree. So at least that let me go back home this summer.
There we go.
Yeah, true.
Spend the entire summer.
That must have been nice.
My family with my friends. Yeah.
Right on, cool.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
So for family, are you close with your family?
Yes.
Or, how much does family
important to you?
mean
Yeah,
to
very important to you.
Yeah, they're important.
Of course.
Yeah, you do it all the time. So
That's
Thank you.
That's carrying the torch for the family.
all right, guys. I'm in New York City, and I'm in architecture. So what do you, for architecture? What are you currently planning to do? Is there something specifically that you want to do?
Well, got into architecture first of all because I'm very conscious about the environment.
and
stuff like that. That's a very important sector or career that can affect the environment. If you didn't know, about almost a third of all the emissions that we have literally come from buildings, not from cars, not from planes, from buildings.
Oh, sure.
I
didn't know
straight
that.
up didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That's
so
crazy.
Fun fact.
So what is your plan to deal with that kind of problem?
Well,
or what
New
can
York
you do?
is pretty much America in general. It's pretty far behind on this stuff, but there's a lot of new materials. There's a lot of different methods of building houses, and that's kind of what I plan to do.
I'll build it in like a reinvent the way that we.
It's not a reinvention,
but like continue
apply the new methods that we've learned.
Yeah, it's applying them.
Yeah. No, I definitely get that.
So that's what got you into architecture, is really trying to
Architecture is kind of like a combination of so many things that I was into. I really didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I was thinking psychology. I was thinking chemistry. I did chemistry in high school. I was really good in I was thinking computer science. I was really good in computer science.
So you're smart.
Yeah, so yeah.
Thank you.
You had options.
I am, thank you.
I feel like everyone was a psychology major at a certain point, at least considered being a psychology major. I was a psychology major.
Hey, Gano.
Everyone, I think, has a thought of curiosity. How do people think?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. My old school, literally, like the psychology department was just filled to the brim. Everyone and their mother was a psychology major, man.
Exactly.
I feel like people just stopped, like, I don't hear a lot of psychology majors.
I mean, I've been going to school college for a while, dropped out for a while, and so now I'm seeing the two generations of college students. It's weird.
So has it changed?
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
way
how?
different. I mean, just majors. Some majors are more popular than others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I first got into college, it was like everyone wanted to be a psychology major where I was. Everyone.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of editors in my hometown too.
Really?
A lot of editors.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Where they at NYT?
They didn't go to NYT, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm last in line.
It's like I don't know what I want to do yet, but I'm still here.
Yeah, you figure it out eventually.
Yeah, no.
So what brought you to have all those choices? What made you think, you know what, I think architecture is the way to go?
Well, my girlfriend's from New York. I'm from Israel, so I had to come visit her, and then.
Wait, how'd you guys meet then?
So I was in the army at the time. Not this army, the Israeli army.
Yeah.
Cool.
Doing my mandatory service, and
it's mandatory. Wow.
Yes, it is
Wasn't
mandatory.
Aware of
that. Yes. And there's an organization in Israel that kind of the point of it is to expose as many Jewish people around the world to Israel itself. It's called Birthright. Maybe you've heard of it.
I have heard of this actually.
So almost every American Jew that I know goes on Birthright. It's basically a free vacation to Israel, so why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you go during your college year, so it's a lot of it is like a party.
That's gotta be an experience to go to Israel, man.
And soldiers get to go on it if you're a good behavior. It's part of like a special treat a little bit before you're out of the army.
Yeah.
And I went, she went, happened to go on the same trip.
That's like a match made in heaven right there. Just it's destiny.
What are the odds?
It's destiny. Yeah, for real. Not for real.
Wait, so like how long have you guys been together for?
Almost 3 years now.
That's
congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you.
That's definitely it's hard out there, man.
Stepping stone.
It's hard out there, man.
No,
it's hard out there.
with like Tinder and
in
all
New
these.
York especially. It's hard. It's hard to date.
You like people. So many people like you walk the streets and like probably like people just judge. They're like, oh, they're not good enough.
Oh, I've thought about it. Like if I didn't have a girlfriend, I would have no idea how I would meet someone in New York.
Yeah, it's
everyone.
It's hard.
It's rough out here.
Hard, dude.
Everyone
is hard.
We start crying. We're like, oh, it's rough.
Yeah.
Everyone's just
It's just, and also probably just like the generation now.
No, everyone's just so antisocial nowadays, man.
Yeah.
No one likes to talk to each other.
No. You know, the thing is, like, everybody wants you to talk to them. Like, you don't want to, like, people don't have the courage to, like, you know, actually say something. Like,
true.
Yeah, so it's just like you have to, like, I see a guy and I'm like, oh, you know, let him come up to me. But then in real life, he's not gonna come up to me. Like, he's just gonna stay in his corner.
You can hope and pray all you want. He's just gonna do his thing.
He's just gonna, you know, go along, talk to other, like, 6 other girls.
Look at his phone really fast and walk out.
He doesn't even have to go. He can just open his phone.
Yeah.
That too. It's just like, oh, I saw this girl. I think I have her Instagram. Maybe I'll DM her.
He tweeted, some girl at Starbucks is staring at me. I'm about to walk out.
But no, so besides, like, you know, New York City and besides, like, architecture, what else do you do in NYT? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a story about how you should listen to your professors. But
this is the place for stories, my friend.
Yeah, we love stories.
Last semester I was taking FCIQ.
Mm-hmm.
Which is?
It's kind of like a first year course.
Yeah, so it's
Foundations of Inquiry.
Yeah.
FPG 101.
Yes.
And one of the assignments was to go out of the school and do some community service. I had some difficulty with that, so they found a different solution for me. But the thing is, the professor still wanted me to go interview the person in charge of the entire, what's it called, service learning.
So again, apologies for the technical difficulties this week, but we did want to still get an episode out to you all. So Nicole here is going to paraphrase everything that happened after our recording software stopped recording.
So basically, after we got to know a little bit more about Omer, we started talking about why he was on the podcast for this episode. So he came because he is the project manager in the IEE department for the public, for being consultants of public good. So basically, being a consultant of public good, for the public good, is volunteering your time, whether it's for maybe a week or a couple months to more than a year of experience. So basically, to put it into simpler terms, whatever experience you have, whether if it's editing, whether it's for managing, stuff like that, you not advertise, but you volunteer your time and your skills to these companies that aren't able, like startups and newer companies that aren't able to pay for, interns or actual workers. So although you are working for free, you are gaining experience and for your resume and for life in general, because we gave examples that usually when you go out into the real world after you graduate college, you need those 3 years of experience, but where are you supposed to get that experience? And so being a part of public good, consultants for public good, you're able to gain those resources and gain more skills and add to your resume, so when you get out of college or even while you're in college you can get an actual job. So that's basically what we talked about. Where you can go to sign up is 26 West in the lower level, like right next to the lobby. It's the room that has like all glass. You could just go in there and then ask to speak to Luisa, or you can just ask about being a consultant for public good, because everybody knows about it nowadays. So you could sign up there, or you can go online to www.nyt.edu/CFPG. Yeah, so I don't know how to spell, but it's fine. So that's basically what we brushed up upon. We're gonna probably put the link below so you guys have more information. You guys can definitely go on to NYT and check that out. David was even talking about how he wanted to check it out because he wants to gain experience besides doing the podcast and all his classes, and it's important not only just for let's say communications majors, but in any different majors. He gave a list of what people were working on, but off the top of my head, it's not coming back to me in my memory, because I have really bad memory. Well, that's nice. But it was basically people obviously have jobs now, and it can go from a week to months or even a year-long project. So it's a really good opportunity. David's gonna check it out. He'll probably let us know. Honestly, we'll if David doesn't do it, then we'll have some consultant that's have been a part of the project already, so then they can have a chance to explain it from their personal perspective, because obviously we're a sort of outsider and trying to just interview him. But because of the technical difficulties, we were unable to recover the audio. So hope you guys enjoyed my little spiel of trying to basically elaborate what we were discussing. But thank you, Omer, and thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yeah, big thank you to Omer for coming onto the podcast and talking to us. In the future, maybe a few days or a few weeks after the next big Consultants for the Public Good event, maybe we can have Omer back on, or someone else who works for the consultants to talk about what happened, and so that we can get a full interview out of them this time. So again, sorry for the technical difficulties this week, but we wanted to get something out to you guys just to keep the continuity. Yeah, this is it.
Definitely. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this shorter episode, but thank you.
Yeah, have a great week, guys.
All right, bye.